Hi, good evening. This is Blessing. Thank you, everyone that have subscribed, liked, shared, you know, encouraged me so much on my channel and, told me that what I'm doing is good. So thank you. You've encouraged me to do more. All right, so this evening, I'm going to talk about something that happened this afternoon when I went to Tesco. It's a very funny one because it happens a lot. We see it a lot. And I needed to talk about it because somebody might just, out of this video, understand that what they're doing is wrong. So I walked into Tesco this evening and there was a little girl on the floor crying and shouting because she wanted a particular toy and her parents didn't at first want to buy the stuff for her. So she was really, really screaming at the top of her voice. And I noticed that the parents were so embarrassed and like they didn't want to be in that particular situation. So what they decided to do was just to go ahead and buy the told that the girl wanted and then just for them to get out of that situation. Now, I'm going to discuss one or two things that the parents did not do right in that particular situation because I was like, the teacher in me was like, oh my God, no, 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 don't do this, don't do that. But I couldn't, I don't know my friends, so I couldn't talk to them because they're complete stranger. Now, first of all, the parents gave the control to the child. The child was being manipulative because the child was manipulating them. Now, the child knew that what they came to do was grocery shopping. She understand the fact that the parents cannot stand her crying, or the parents will feel embarrassed having her crying. So she decided to do that particular thing at that particular spot at that particular time. Now, the parents decided to do what the child wanted them to do because they did not want to be embarrassed. And this is what happens. Your child wants something, your child is refusing to do something, and because you don't want to sin, you don't want, you just give in. But really, is what you're doing the right thing? Who is being the adult there? Who is manipulating who? The child is actually wrapping you around their fingers. So next time, can you let her cry it out? That's what I could have advised the parents if they've asked my opinion. Let her cry it out. She's on the floor. Wait for her to finish. Most times, and I'm telling you most times, the child will just cry for like 5 minutes and they'll stand up. If they know that mom and dad are not going to watch, they're not going to buy the stuff, they will get up and they will stop. You must be firm. You must insist that I will not do it. I'm not buying that. We did not come here to buy this, and I'm not going to do it. By giving in to that child, what the parents have done is to enable the child's behavior. So, the next day, in another place, the child will do the same thing, and this time she will do worse because she knows that she has controlled the first situation. Listen, the point is, we are parents. We need to start parenting. I know most of us were afraid of social services. I know it's a taboo for you to say you will beat or you spank your child. I know. We know that. We know. That's the society that we live in. But the point is, there are other things that you can do. There are other consequences. The first thing is, you need to set the rule. Right from when your child is 2 years old, set the rule. You don't pick anything from the store when we get to the shop. If the child picks it, you put it back. Don't give in. Because once you start giving in, you will give in when they are 5 years old, when they are 10 years old. If you don't, the tantrum will come in. So you must set the rule. Set the rule in the house for bedtime, for food, for their rooms, for computer use. Make sure you set the room. The rules must be there. You must set the rules. Next thing is you must set the boundaries. There is a no-go boundary. And the children should understand that it is a no-go boundary. You don't cross that boundary. You don't cross the boundary. There must be consequences for every action. You see, good action reinforces, praise it, give them reward for it, take them out for doing the right thing, for cleaning their room, for, just praise them, encourage it. But the bad behavior, you need to also set consequences for it. There've been occasions whereby, I've had parents come to me and like, okay, yeah, my child did this and that, I'm so angry and everything. I'm like, okay, no problem. Okay, let's set up a reward system and everything. And we've done that. The child is still not doing what you've asked them to do. You're not supposed to go ahead and reward them. But hey, come their birthday, you're going ahead to buy the Xbox or to buy the PlayStation. So what are you doing? You're actually telling them that it's okay for you to get away with what you have to, what you're not doing is fine. No, be a parent. Be a parent for once. Set your consequences and follow through your consequences. You must follow through your consequences. I mean, I'm not, I know parents, some parents do like go to your room. I don't believe in going to your room and staying there for like, when you send a child to their room, I don't think your child should stay more than 5 minutes or 10 minutes. I don't think you should leave your child for more than 30 minutes because it might affect them emotionally. They might feel neglected, and that's part of neglect. But if they have a nice boss, if they have a computer, if there's something you can take away for some time, if there's something you promised them, like they are working towards to get anything, you can tell them, okay, I'm not buying this now. Just try, that if there's a party for them to go to, you can cancel the party. Just try to do the tough love. Try to do tough love. You have to do tough love if you want to train your child. You have to. You cannot just fold your arms, oh, I'm afraid of social services, I'm afraid of the government. No. If your child turns out right, it's your child. If it turns out bad, they will say it's your child. You didn't train the child. So it's better start training your child to turn out right. Because at the end of the day, any which way, they will definitely blame you. Then the last thing I want to say is, please, 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 remember, they are children. They are your child. They are not your best friend. Yeah, they have a relationship with you. You have a love relationship with your child, but your child remains your child. I've had parents saying, oh, I don't want to hurt my child. My child is my best friend. I'll tell her everything. Tell her everything or tell him everything. No, there are things you don't tell your child. There are things you don't. You don't. No, I don't. No, you don't tell your child everything. No. Maybe when they become adult, they have their own children, then you can have that close knit tell everything. Not when they're a baby. You have to be the parents. You have to show them that you're the parents. So next time your child throws a tantrum, please don't give the control over to the child. Make sure that you are the parent. I know this vlog is not for African parents. I mean, they have a different way of training their children over there. But even the way they train their children over there, they need to be very careful, because really, beating your child, does he really help? Does he really train your child? Does he flogging your child, or being too harsh on them? Does that really build a close relationship with your child? Or are you making them to be separated from you, for them not to talk to you, for them not to confide in you? The world is changing. That's just what we have to understand. There's so many things out there that we need to protect our children from. We need to build a closer relationship with them. We need them to talk to us. So we need to make sure that we are being the parents, but we're doing that in a nurturing, loving environment, but still we are being parents. Thank you. Please subscribe.